I'm Tom Morrow, joined here with my partner, Casey Farr. We're going to be talking about the Mepham Pirates and the Calhoun Colts today. It's a matchup for the boys' varsity basketball game taking place at Calhoun High School. So, Casey, Mepham Pirates, what would you like to say about them today?
Well, they're 10-5 so far in the season, 4-4 within the conference. Now, not as good as Calhoun, but they've had their up and downs. I mean, they've got three-point shooting. They can shoot pretty much from anywhere. But what's going to win them the game today is getting to that mid-range and being able to produce there, because they have not been able to do that for a few of their games this season.
Yeah. For the Calhoun Colts are 10-7. In conference, they're 7-3. Calhoun Colts, they played Mepham earlier in the season. They did fall, they did lose. So they're really trying to come out on top today, make this 1-1 battle this season, tie it up this season. They do need good ball movement and just good execution on the floor. That's really just about it. We're going to get into our starting five for tonight. Looks like we have Mepham coming out.
And first on the floor for them will be Corey Lickman, the senior. Next out, Kieran Gilroy. As Richie Vaquero's already on the floor. Next two will be Zach D'Ambra at the center position. And finally, Greg Paul at the forward. Tom, what do you see from these guys here at the starting five in Mepham?
It is a big starting five. They do have Richie, Kieran, and Zach, Richie and Kieran at the guard positions. Richie and Kieran have been both great at executing the ball, passing the ball, and just going and getting to the hoop, really. Just moving up court. Richie is one of their best defenders, too. So if you put him on defense, on a one-on-one, man-to-man, it's going to be tight. But I think Richie will really do it.
And what's underrated about this team is that the two starting forwards that they have, Corey Lickman and Greg Paul, they can both shoot from pretty much anywhere on the floor. Yeah. They're both deadly three-point shooters, and they help facilitate to the inside to where D'Ambra or Gilroy or someone else would be trying to work.
Absolutely. Lickman, like you said, Lickman and Paul are great perimeter shooters. They can shoot as well as Let's take a look at your Calhoun Colts starting five. All right, Colts starting five, you have at your guard, Corey Jones, is number 1. The other guard position, number 32, Chris Stokel. Number 13, Jake Edwards at your center position. And your forward, number 10, Tom Casamano. And at your forward position, number 5, Malik Graham. That's going to be your starting five for the Colts and the Pirates.
Now, in the last game, we didn't see a ton of Malik Graham playing the forward position. It's going to be interesting to see what Calhoun's able to do with him in the lineup. But we saw a lot of Corey Jones and other guys like Jake Edwards and Casamano out there, so it's going to be fun to see.
All right. We're going to be taking over play-by-play and color guy here in the studio as we have some trouble difficulties down on the floor.
Now we're getting ready for tip-off here. Already. And we are to the inside now. Back out to Casamano. He passes it out.
A lot of inside work here. Good ball movement.
Trying to get the step back fade, passes it back out. Casamano with the pull up. Unable to get that one to go. Mepham now driving. Richie Vaquero, he passes it over to Gilroy. And that one goes in. 2-0 now is the score. Mepham over Calhoun. Kieran Gilroy trying to drive, passes it back out. 3-point from Greg Paul from the corner, and it's good.
As we talked about before the game, Casey, Greg Paul and Corey Lippman, both their good perimeter shooters.
Yep, already 5-0 now. Very early, only a minute in.
Absolutely.
Jones and almost stolen there. Calhoun able to keep possession. Corey Jones with the pull-up three, unable to get it off the
Not fall.
backboard.
And Vaquero picks up the rebound, which is his second of the game so far.
With the floater, taking it down on the floor. Rebound underneath by D'Ambra. Second chance for Cody Full. Jones pushing it up the court. By the cutting Edwards. He's fouled.
D'Ambra not happy with that call from the ref. As D'Ambra, since he had his hands up, neither Coach Fallon happy with that call either.
Brandon, both of these teams squared off before this season. With the head earlier this season. He was on Taylor Downey Smith night where the Colts fired into the building, fired up the Colts for the third straight year and win on the effort. But however that wasn't the case, Calhoun Colts was not numbers, and that was their defense and significance of the game.
Free throw shooting there from Edwards.
Calhoun misses both. D'Ambra on the block. Back up they went forward about 3 pump fakes.
Good move there from Gilroy, even though he could not get stuck with the ball.
4-5 Solomon, but anyways on the drive.
Great move there
Out
from
the
Edwards.
basket and the foul. Here goes to the line. There's the 3-point play.
Little prayer there that chucks that one up after getting fouled, but got that one to fall.
Free throw. Corey Richmond almost lost it out of bounds. You got Solomon right there to knock it out, so Pirates will take over the ball here.
Rocco, I gotta say, it's only been about 2 minutes into the game, but the Pirates kind of do look flat right now. Not really any energy on their defensive play.
Brandon, it's been a long season so far for both teams, and nothing has been more of a complete team so far, but in so many games, it's really missing the three. Tasmana tries down the court, finds Solomon. Tasmana back out for 3. Can't get the ball.
Better defense there from the Pirates on that offensive possession by the Colts.
Vaquero up top. Gilroy thought about the 3, pump fake, finds D'Ambra down low. That ball coming their way. Looks like coming into the game. 6-man walk off another 40 Whitman. Ball taken out. Gilroy with the save. Great hustle by the senior. D'Ambra with the pick. Gilroy drives. Finds Vaquero on the wing. He drives. The pump fake. The 2, and he gets down with the floor.
Great ball fake and drive there from Vaquero as he pump fakes, got his way around the defender, and got a nice little jump shot there.
Brandon, the Pirates off to a little jolt of energy here. Jones couldn't get his 3 to fall.
Rocco, on something like that, when Jones pump fakes, saw he had nothing to do, but still put that one up. I feel like it was a better option to pass.
Paul went up right there. Gets fouled hard. He'll shoot 2 at the line.
That's a foul on Malik Moran.
Brandon, in recent terms for Calhoun, their 4-game win streak they've really been off to a roll. And, Coach Kreuzberg earlier in the week told us, defense, the defense press less and is focused on getting stopped with half court. But so far, in the first quarter, that hasn't happened. Jones takes it up on Solomon.
Pirates look like they're running a little bit of a zone defense.
Right, it's a bit unusual. Pirates usually use man defense. As Corey Jones, 3-pointer, still not falling on that one. Calhoun will retain the ball. Corey Lichman checking back in.
Rocco, and so far this game, not really the best shooting from senior guard Corey Jones, who people say is the best player on the Colts. Really got to get some buckets to fall to fulfill that role.
You're right, Brandon. The senior averaging about 19.8 points per game. He tries that three again. That three-pointer doesn't land. Gilroy pushing up the court. Finds Fontanetta on the wing. Fontanetta finds Corey Lichman. Fontanetta for three. And he gets down with the fall. The junior has his first three-pointer of the game.
Rocco, and as a coach, Kratzenberg takes a timeout. That really is his specialty. Junior Jack Fontanetta really likes those three-pointers in the corner.
You're right, Brandon. Mepham's been on a three-game skid these past couple of games, and this kind of first-quarter action has really been missing for that Pirate team.
Rocco, yesterday I did find out that sophomore guard Mekhi Beckett has quit the team. We do not know why he has quit the team, but big news there from the Pirates to lose star player Mekhi Beckett. How do you feel about that news, Rocco?
In better terms, what you're saying right now is that he'll no longer be with the team. Well, Brandon, Mekhi Beckett has been averaging about 19 points per game this season, the highest leading scorer on the Pirates. But right now, I think their focus has to be turned towards the playoffs. There's at least 3 more games to be played this season for the Pirates, and either going for the conference title or they just need 2 more games to get into the playoffs. But I think that's really what Coach Fallon has been, what their focus this season, getting to the playoffs. They missed out last season, and really that was their focus going into the
Compared
season.
to last season, I do feel like their team is a lot stronger this year than they were last year.
You're right, Brandon.
Calhoun really has to get something going to get back in this game as they are down 9 points midway through the first quarter.
Graham finds Solomon. He drives with the right hand scoop, and that layup falls. 7-point game. Gilroy brings it up. Gilroy drives, finds Vaccaro on the wing. Vaccaro for the 2. That one falls. Freshman off to a hot start.
It's a great move there from Richie Vaccaro to get inside on his defender and pull up from mid-range.
Solomon knocks over Gilroy. Tight defense the Pirates are playing right now. Jones couldn't handle the ball right there.
Some lockdown defense there from Gilroy.
Corey Jones off to a little bit of a cold spell.
I feel like this is good from the Colts to get Jones out of the game, give him a little bit of a breather, get him on the bench thinking about what he can do better when he checks right back into the game.
You're right, Brandon. Good move by Coach Kreitzberger. Fontanetta again for 3, and he knocks that down. His second straight three-pointer of the game. The junior already has 6, bringing the Mepham lead to 12 now. Stolen by Richie Vaccaro. Vaccaro trying to go coast to coast, and he does!
Yeah. Great move there by Vaccaro to get on the right-hand side of Malik Grant.
Brandon, this is the type of play Mepham has been missing the past 3 games. Getting off to a hot start, stepping on the other team's throat. That's what they really need to get going during this game. Calhoun trying to find something right now. Dick Edwards with 2. Rebounded by Vaccaro. Gilroy drives, he finds a wide open D'Ambra under the basket.
That is a great play from Kieran Gilroy to drive right into the zone, suck the defenders right into him, and then he leaves D'Ambra wide open.
Calhoun hasn't scored in the past 2 minutes. Looking for something right now. Chris Stokel from the corner for 3. And he gets down with the fall. Coach Kreitzberger wants a timeout with his team, but it's not looking good so far for the Calhoun Colts. Down 13 to start the first quarter.
Rock, what do you feel like Coach Fallon of the Pirates is going to be telling his players during this timeout?
Right, I think Fallon still wants that Mepham team to keep the aggressiveness going. They've been attacking the basket. Their shots have been falling early. And I think that's really what they've been saying. Jack Fontanetta, as you saw before, two straight three-pointers, and he's really been one of the key three-pointers for that team this season, and that's really been helping elevating their scoring.
As we just saw on the screen, Fontanetta has 7.5 points per game throughout the whole year. He's already got 6 points, one away from averaging his points per game total.
But I think he's been having a comeback junior year. Last year, varsity sophomore, didn't get a lot of opportunities, but I feel like this year, with the style that Coach Fallon has implemented, that, on the wing, when you need him, Fontanetta open for three. That's a good system right there. Gilroy brings up the ball. He has a wide open lane. Fakes! It gets blocked by Tom Casamano. Great hustle by the senior.
Rocco, that looked like it was blocked by two guys there. It was Casamano and Stokel got his hand in there.
Fontanetta takes it out. Overshoots Smith on the inbound. Calhoun takes over possession. Freshman Chris Stokel bringing up the ball. Ford Jones checking back in after a little bit of a breather. Jones open down low with the left hand, can't get down with the floor.
Rocco, that is, in my opinion, a bad shot from Jones. Yes, he got down low, but he's got two defenders on him. One being Gilroy and Paul, who are both a little bit taller than him, so he really had nothing to do on that one.
Oh, what a move by Greg Paul on the up and under. Just couldn't get at the ball. An offensive foul, Mepham. Calhoun overtakes the ball under the hoop. Stokel taking up the court. Calhoun holding it for the last shot of the first quarter. Malek Graham for three. In and out. Calhoun.
It's good hustle there from Owen Rose.
Brandon, so far these last 4 games, Calhoun holding their opponents to under 40 a game, but right now, in the first quarter, Mepham was already scored 20. Jones for three. Can't get down with the full. His shots haven't been going this quarter.
I really feel like he's forcing the ball. As we end the first quarter, something that I feel Calhoun needs to do better is just what I was about to say at the end. Jones really forcing the ball, not really getting anything done that first quarter with 0 points in that first quarter, something like a player like Floyd Jones cannot do.
You're right, Brandon, and Coach Kreitzberger has predicated that in order to beat this Mepham team, what they haven't been able to do these past couple games is make sure that they can't rush and force unnecessary shots.
Zach Solomon, who is a guard for the Calhoun Colts, is only averaging about a point a game, as you just saw that last bucket from him.
Yeah, that last bucket by Solomon, with the little shimmy on the right, went up with the right hand. That was a good move by Solomon.
Rocco, if you look at both of these rosters for the Colts and the Pirates, the Colts have, you can double the Pirates roster, and I still won't think it will be as many people as the Colts have. That could be a big factor coming into the end of the game. If the Colts having so many more threats off the bench, and they would be healthy, they'll help them have a lot of energy.
Right, as you saw before, right there, Fontanetta, his three-point shooting has been really lethal and really an advantage for the Mepham Pirates this season. D'Ambra, that nice move by Kieran Gilroy found D'Ambra in the first quarter down low. Richard Vaccaro taking it up the ball. Chris Smith on the post. Finds Corey Lishman. Lishman forwards the floater, take it down on the floor. Jones moving up the court.
It's a good pass for Corey Jones there.
Let Graham drive.
And a great drive there from Malik Graham. Starting the Colts off strong in the second quarter of play.
An 11-point lead for the Mepham Pirates. Corey Lichman on the left wing. Turnover by Mepham Pirates. Greg Paul didn't want to foul there. Back-to-back transition points for Calhoun Colts. Breaking the lead. Mepham's lead to single digits.
Looks like star guard for
Finds
the
a
Pirates.
cutting Greg Paul down low. Covered by 3 Calhoun players. Turnover by Mepham. Corey Jones up the court. Coast to coast. And he's fouled.
Colts really got the momentum the first minute coming into the second quarter as there's a foul on Vaquero, and Corey Jones looking to get his first points of the game coming from the line.
Brandon, as you look at this Calhoun team, they've come a long way. I mean, a month ago, Calhoun stood in third, trailing MacArthur and Mepham in first place, but are now in a better place, holding down first place with Garden City. So a big month of January helped the Calhoun Colts win the first place as Corey Jones knocks down both free throws, cutting Mepham's lead to 7. Mepham a little careless with the ball so far this quarter. Pasamato with the hustle. Another turnover for for Mepham Pirates.
Pirates really looking like they're not having a lot of the momentum that they ended the first quarter with into the second quarter. Really got to turn things around and get their big lead back. As there we go.
Turnover by Calhoun. Kieran Gilroy. And it looks like it would be a clear path foul on Corey Jones. Good hustle by Kieran Gilroy right there. Good breakaway.
Rock, what do you think on that? You think that's an intentional foul?
Yeah,
I
Brett-
myself do believe that it was an intentional foul. Gilroy would have had a wide open path to the basket, and Corey Jones just comes and pushes him in one hand.
You're right, Brandon, but I think what you miss is that I think the ref called a foul before that extra push. So I do believe that was that should have been right now would be a flagrant intentional as Gilroy shoots a free throw, makes that one. So it looks like Mepham will get 2 chances at the line, and they'll take over the ball after this free throw. Gilroy makes both. Pirates lead back up to 9. Litton taking out.
Rocco, this matchup is going to be really the key factor of this game between Gilroy and Jones all game. That's what it's going to be as Richmond puts the ball in the basket on that nice move to the basket and gets the last to fall.
Mepham lead now back up to double digits with 11. Pasamato up top. Nice hustle by Kieran Gilroy.
Tempers may flare this game between Gilroy and Jones, both trying to be the best ones on the court.
Pasamato trying to grab on the right wing. Graham drives. And an offensive foul on Blake Graham. Richie Vaquero takes the charge right there. Corey Lichman checking out, checking in. Jack Fontanella. 2 of 2 from beyond the arc this game so far. Brandon, I think we're going back to you saying that tempers may flare between Corey and Kieran. I think it goes way beyond that. This game has so many playoff implications as Richie Vaquero gets that nice left-hand layup to go. It has more than that, Brandon. I mean, this time of year, playoff berths are cutting close. These last few games are important for seeding purposes. And in Conference A1, there are teams with 4, 5, or even 6 wins. So a loss could drop you a couple spots in the standings. If you drop like 5 or 6 spots in the playoff seeding, So every
Rocco,
game at this point of the year has playoff implications, as I just stated.
both those last 2 drives, 3 drives after that from both teams have been great moves, getting themselves a nice clear pass to the bucket.
Right, and a nice pass from Gilroy to Diabra down low. The connection's been working this game. 28-15 Mepham. 4:52 left in the second quarter. Casamano for 2. Can't get the lucky bounce to go. Rebounded by Calhoun.
Coach Fallon not happy with that offensive rebound by number 20, Owen Rose. Uh-oh. It looks like Gilroy goes down hurt on a move there from Corey Jones. Gilroy not looking to be getting up too quickly.
I think it may be his knee, Brandon. Looks like an injury timeout. Senior Gilroy down on the floor in pain.
Rocco, this will be a huge, huge loss for the Pirates if Gilroy cannot stay in this game.
You're right, Brandon. What Gilroy brings to the table is his defensive prowess and his assists. As you saw this game, finding Diabra twice down low, already averaging nine points per game this season. A very productive senior season for Gilroy.
Gilroy up and being able to put pressure on that. Looked like it was right knee. It's a great sign for the Pirates.
We'll get you more on Gilroy as the game goes on, but right now Calhoun's trainer going to look at how severe Gilroy's injury will be. Lichman replacing Gilroy.
Getting back to the action, it was a move by Corey Jones that put Gilroy on the floor, and Jones was able to get the bucket to fall after that for the N1.
Jones makes the free throw. Cuts Mepham lead 12.
And here's a replay on that last offensive possession that got Gilroy hurt. As you can see, it's Jones on the right-hand side. Cuts in, and it doesn't even look like anybody touched Gilroy. He just looked to pivot his right knee.
I think it might have been the pain sensation that just shot up one of his legs. May have prevented him from doing something else. Vaccaro takes it up on the right wing. Finds a cutting pole.
That's a great ball there from Richie Vaccaro.
Kreitzberger unhappy with that call. Pirates still in possession of the ball. Ball finds Vaccaro on the wing. Pump fake. Vaccaro for 2. Shot won't fall. Rebounded by Diabra. Paul with the drive. Can't get that one to fall. Casamano with the rebound. Edwards with the screen. Jones for the 3. His 3-pointer's still not falling this game.
Rocco again from Jones, the forced 3-pointer.
Corey Lichman with the heads-up play, throwing it at Calhoun to get it out of bounds. So Mepham will retain the ball. Fontanetta finds Paul. Paul trips and stumbles. Finds Corey Lichman on the wing. That's a 2. Unable to fall. Batted by Casamano. There's a 1-on-2. Right now with a nice athletic play by
Casamano.
Casamano to the right.
That's already 2 fouls from number 15, Corey Lichman.
Brandon, what do you think Calhoun needs to improve right now, heading into the second half?
I feel like you need to improve their when they take their shots. Like I was saying before, Jones is just forcing up these threes that needs to be Curry for them to fall.
And I think you would agree. Kreitzberger early in the week said that, the way they've been winning these games early on, these past few games, is controlling the game with defense, and so far the first half it hasn't been working.
There's about 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the second half.
Fontanetta for 3. It's like the air ball, but rebounded by Vaquero under the basket. Second chance point won't fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Vaquero at the line, shooting 2. Makes the first one. And the second free throw falls. Pirates back up to 13. 2:57 left in the second quarter. Solomon on the wing. He drives. Casamano back out for 3. That won't fall. Rebounded by Paul. Paul on the right wing. Screen by Diambra. Cutting Diambra down low. He's guarded by 2. And a travel violation on Diambra. Calhoun takes up the ball. It looks like Kieran Gilroy has been checked out by Calhoun trainers. It looks like he'll be able to be cleared to come back into this game as he just checks in now. Brandon, a huge, I think Mepham avoided a huge loss right there.
Yes, Rocco, I do believe that is completely true.
Cutting Jones.
Good pass again.
Oh, but the soft layup by Cal will go. Fighting for it is Jones, and he'll go to the line. For that. On that play, Jones with a nice swivel pass to Owen Rose. His soft layup just couldn't go. But Jones will now be shooting 2 at the line. Makes the first one.
Let's get a replay on that shot from Jones.
Nice hustle play by Jones right there. Jones misses the second one, rebounded by Owen Rose. Casamano gives it to Solomon. He drives. Owen Rose. Casamano back out. Thought about taking the 3, but now back with Solomon. Corey Jones gives to Owen Rose for 3. That line drive won't go. Rebounded by Richie Vaquero. Kieran Gilroy. He takes that 3-pointer. Falls just a bit short. Just under 2 minutes left in the second quarter. Pirates up 12. Fontanetta guarding Casamano tightly. Gives it to Corey Jones. He drives on that awkward layup, but can't get down with the ball. Looks like Kieran Gilroy will be charged with the foul right there. So with that, Jake Edwards will go to the line to shoot 2.
It's actually a 1-and-1 now, Rocco.
Ball rebounded by Fontanetta. He brings it up the court. Fontanetta tried to find Gilroy. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication right there as Calhoun will take over the ball now. We're under the minute mark in the second quarter. Casamano taking up Jones. Finds Casamano. He takes the 3. That 3-pointer won't go. Gilroy brings up the court. Gives it to Richie Vaquero on the nice layup, but the ref Vaquero called for a traveling violation. Solomon on the left wing. Corey Jones. Senior finds Casamano. Casamano goes around the other way, and he goes up to the layup. That layup won't fall.
Okay, there is little layups that the Calhoun Colts
It looks like
missing.
Mepham holding for the final shot. Brandon, if I were Gilroy will take the three. That will go. As we come close, heading into the second half. Mepham up 30-18.
We're going to send it back to the studio as Tom and Casey are about to take over.
Hello and welcome into the studio for this halftime show. Casey Farr, joined by Tom Morrow. Mepham got out to an early lead against Calhoun. At the half, it became 30-18. Very impressive so far. Tom, what obvious things did you see?
Some key things was Mepham, like we discussed, they had some good ball movement, which really is a big factor in this game on how to maintain and drive to the lane and just keep the momentum up going. Some things that Calhoun had, they didn't really proceed and wanted to go the way that they wanted to go with their defense, most likely. Their defense wasn't the best. They did allow some driving lanes for Mepham to go in, but that's basically all that first half was.
And forget about driving lanes. Mepham was able to get all the three-point shots they wanted. Able to make a lot of them. Jack Fontanetta had a few. Greg Paul had some. And then Corey Lickman had some. Their scoring was great.
Yeah, absolutely. The perimeter shots were really a key factor in that first half. It's really a big difference when they versed each other first off in the season for Kaylee Donnelly Smith Knight. It was a big factor in the first half, so that's also something.
Yeah, but going back to Calhoun for that first quarter, only able to get a few points, not even able to get to double digits. Had a rough shooting, trying to pull up from anywhere on the court. What do you think they got to do? Not do that again.
Yeah, they just gotta have good execution. Big thing is they gotta communicate. Things like that. I didn't see a lot of communication by Calhoun on the first quarter or so. Here's a good example here. Corey. All right. Well, on the floor, there wasn't a lot of good communication there. So, just if they could get that communication level to a good point, then it would be all good.
Yeah, like you said, communication. But going back to Mepham, they had great three-point shooting, like I said before, and great driving lanes, able to put up some easy buckets there.
Yeah, that was just a little replay of what Corey Littman they just let him just go with that floater on the left hand to the left side. As Corey Littman is a left-hander too, so that is a big factor there.
And also from Mepham, let's focus on Richie Vaquero. Had double-digit points in that first quarter, not something you see very often in high school basketball. Had a nice layup there.
Yep, that's his left hand too, driving lanes too as well. That's a big factor too. It seems like almost that Calhoun is letting Mepham drive on the left hand side a lot of the times, but I mean if they can maintain defense and get their communication level up to where they're aware and executing the right way, I think they might have a chance.
And what about defense we saw that Mepham was able to have? Here it was Corey Jones who got, well not Corey Jones, Calhoun able to get into the paint, but normally they were very good, only giving up a few points in the first quarter. And Corey Jones, who's been one of their main scorers, not having a great day from the field.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, as we saw there on that last replay, Malik Graham, he's a new sophomore to Calhoun. He's first year. He doesn't have the best experience level, but he has a pretty good IQ and sense of the game. like we saw right there, Richie Vaquero just putting easy buckets right into the basket. So far throughout this year, Richie, I believe he only got 3 or 4 games starting. He did come off. He is a freshman. He did come off the year off the bench until Coach Fallon saw his improvements and his development into the game, and he did see that he could be a starter. So, and he really did prove his point here. He is doing great. He, like you said, he has double digits already. So.
Yeah, had 11 points in that first half. Very impressive. Mepham had a total of 30. That's not typically a good thing to see for a Calhoun defense that normally limits their teams to below 25.
As we said during the pregame show, this could be a whole picture as you're looking for it. As we see here on the replay, there's Malik Graham on the right side, passes it out there and laying right in. That's just an example. If Mepham defense does get a little lazy, that might happen. They just got to keep their momentum and energy going to keep that from preventing or happening. So so this could be like a good example, and this definitely could be a playoff picture game right here. As Calhoun is at 7-3 and Mepham's at 4-4. So if Mepham keeps their last couple of games up and keep going, then they have a chance of getting to the A1 conference playoffs.
Well, the way that they're scoring, I'm sure that they'll be able to win a few more games at least.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it is more pivotal and critical here.
As you can see here, 3-pointer from Jack Fontanetta. He had 2 of those in the first half. Like I said before, a common theme that we kind of saw.
Yeah.
Calhoun unable to do the same. So what kind of scoring are we going to expect to see in the second half?
Absolutely. I mean, I feel like it's going to just flow by. As we see, Calhoun's not having the defense that they wanted the first half as they were wanting to come in the game. Coach Kreitzberger, he was talking to the team earlier, and he said that they got to come off very aggressively throughout into this first half, as they're facing a good Mepham offense, as well as a good Mepham defense, as we saw in that first half. So it is very good, and as what you want to see here.
Another 3-pointer there. But now what I want to get into is we saw a lot of players get to the free throw line in that first half. A bunch of free throws from guys like Richie Vaquero and Corey Jones. We saw Kieran Gilroy get hurt for a little bit on one of the foul plays.
Yeah.
So a lot of fouling, a lot of gritty action here. What's got to change for both teams, really?
First off, you got to limit the turnovers. There can't be that much turnovers going. That's also what causes the points and going this way to that way. Got to limit the turnovers. Also limit the fouls. If you have a lot of fouls and turnovers, it's just going to cost your team points. And as we see here, Calhoun has a lot of that. That's why they're giving Mepham the points and the advantage of scoring. So that's also a big factor.
Now, here's one of the fouls that we saw. This is also the play where Kieran Gilroy got hurt. He came back into the game eventually, but what do you think to expect from him, the senior, in the second half?
You gotta heal up and try to get that to the best as possible. I know, I believe it was his foot, correct? Or
Yeah.
yeah, it was his foot. I mean, even if he has to sit out for like a couple minutes just to like rebrace and get energy back, to get it back to 100%. Even stuff like that, it can be very critical and stuff. So he just has to come off with a confidence level and go out there and things like that. But the Calhoun did have advantage losing their starting guard, Kieran Gilroy, for a couple minutes. I believe it was like 2 minutes or so. They did have an advantage to drive down the court. They did not take that advantage. So Calhoun, as well as Calhoun, does have to come out there with confidence level.
But in the last game that we saw, Kieran Gilroy is out on the floor for the whole entire game. Do you think that sitting in maybe a few minutes here would help Calhoun get those numbers up? As you see, Stokel has 3 points. Corey Jones has 3 points as well. Do you think those guys would have a significant increase in offensive production without Kieran Gilroy on the floor for a little bit?
Yes, I think they would, because he's their starting guard, and without him, things might drop a little. Him and Richie Vaquero are very good on defense. If they're not in the game, their key might not be as normal as possible. So if they're not up there, things could change. So it's almost like that. If they're not up on the court on defense, then it's almost like Calhoun could have an advantage. But that's also a big factor in this game.
And we've seen both of these teams have fighting comebacks in the past. You think Calhoun's got it in them for this second half?
They do have the home advantage here. They can get some confidence from their crowd out there. They can get some confidence from their coaches, teammates. Just go out there, play hard. I think they might have it in them.
And to oppose that, do you think Mepham will be able to close it out? They've had some big leads like they had now, but they haven't been able to keep them as big as they have for the rest of the game always. So do you think they'll be able to keep the lead kind of like where it is?
Yeah, they have a possibility. I mean, I know Mepham Calhoun kids know each other, teammates. There's crosstown rival matchup. It's one of the biggest games, but it's possible any way it could go. Mepham might be able to just drive the lead, just expand it, go full on, and Calhoun might be able to come back, get the game close, and you never know. The game might go into overtime. You never know. So it could be a good one here. You never know.
Yeah, like how you mentioned overtime, 30-18 though, 12-point deficit, as my math teachers have told me. But it's not an easy comeback.
Yeah.
So how aggressive does Calhoun have to be coming out of the gate in the third quarter, and even continuing that for the whole 16 minutes left?
They have to be very aggressive. Like you said, they got 16 minutes. They got timeouts. They got injury timeouts, which could be used in a good way and a bad way. But
Well, let's hope they don't need the injury timeouts.
Yeah. But like you said, they got 16 minutes to do something. Hopefully that's good for Calhoun. But as we mentioned, overtime. Last game, Mepham did go into overtime with MacArthur, score 56-52, losing that game. As we're seeing now on the floor, Mepham and Calhoun ready to go up for the second half here in Calhoun High School.
And now back on the floor of Calhoun, we'll be sending it back down to Rocco Law and Brendan Hislop. You guys have the call.
I'm waiting for him to text me, but it looks like
Yeah. Don't have to score up. Oh. No.
yeah, go ahead, guys.
Thanks, Casey and Tom. We're back down here for the start of the second half. Mepham up 30-18. Casamato brings up the ball. Calhoun trying to get up to aggressive start. A little lackluster the first half. Graham goes to the rack and count it, and a foul. He'll go to the line to make it a three-point play.
It's a good move from Malik Graham, turning onto his left-hand side, driving through defenders, and still getting down with the ball after the and-one.
Brian, I think a big part of that first half was that Calhoun wasn't making their shots, and I feel like they went over it with Kratzberger during the half, and they're ready to go. Hit the ground running right now. Gilroy taking up. Gilroy finds D'Amber down low. A cutting Greg Paul off his foot. Calhoun takes over the ball. Solomon finds Edwards at the top of the key.
Good defense from D'Amber there.
Casamato. Jones going tightly by Gilroy. Good matchup between the two so far. Casamato up top. Jones for three. His three-pointer won't go. Vaccaro, what a nice pass by Vaccaro to D'Amber, but
Rocco, he's got like that Patrick Mahomes feel, the little no-look passes there from Richie.
yeah, Brandon. He's really good playmaker. Gilroy for two, in and out.
Good look there from Gilroy.
Casamato resetting up top. Graham on the post, goes to the rack, blocked by D'Amber. Carroll pushing up the court. There's a 2-on-1, finds D'Amber down low, and that two-pointer will fall.
Offense and defense there from D'Amber on that transition as he gets the block, runs down the floor, and puts the ball in for the two.
Jones up top, finds Graham wide open for three. First three-pointer of the half for Calhoun. Mepham's lead back down to 8. Greg Paul, though, wide open on the rack. He spin
Good
move.
move.
What a nice spin move by Greg Paul
Great
down
move,
low for
yeah.
that 2-pointer. A little back and forth action here early in the second half. Corey Jones behind the back. 2-pointer. Won't fall, but he'll go to the line to shoot 2. Oh.
That's the second of the game so far for Gilroy.
Jones at the line shooting 2. Just the toilet bowl to fall in. Jones makes the second one, and the lead from Mepham is down to 8. Gilroy taking up. Guard heavily by Jones. Taken away by Castellano, pushing up the court. 2-on-1, McClick, Graham at the basket. It gets fouled hard. He'll go to the line.
Richie Vaquero did think that foul was on him, but no, it was actually on Greg Paul.
Graham makes the first one. Fontanetta checking in for Richmond. Brian, what do you think Coach Kreitzberger told? Oh, before we get into that, see that replay right there. Mike Graham fouled hard.
Rocco, back to your question. I believe that he told him to not take so many contested shots. Just to keep moving the ball as they've been doing and drive the basket.
Looks like Fontanetta and Graham getting into it. Gets a little tangled up there. He gets called for the offensive foul. Fontanetta, 4-3.
It's a good
Can't
look
get
from
the pull.
Fontanetta there. Yes, he had some pressure, but still a nice look from Fontanetta as he is a three-point specialist.
Paul guarding Solomon Kiley. Graham for 3. Can't get the full. Rebounded by Greg Paul. Paul pushing it up the court. Trying to go all the way, coast to coast. That gets the layup to fall. Pirate lead back up to 8. Casamano on the top of the key, guarded by Fontanetta. Gives it to Jones. He takes a 3. In and out. Jones' 3-pointers haven't been falling this game, Brandon. That's been really a key factor to Calhoun's disadvantages right now.
Pirates really need a point here to get the momentum back on their side and get their lead back up to double digits.
Vaquero going all the way, and he gets fouled hard. He'll go to the line to shoot 2. Vaquero misses the first one. Corey Lichman checking in. Zach DeAmber checking out for the Pirates. A lot of fans turning out for this big game against the crosstown rivals, Brandon. This really is one of the premier games of the season for both schools.
That's a rare occurrence right there to see Vaquero miss 2 free throws. Vaquero really locked down free throw shooter, but not right there.
Casamano on the left wing. Solomon up top. Solomon drives on Corey Lichman. He gives it back out to Casamano. Casamano to Corey Jones. 7 seconds left on the shot clock. Jones drives. Can't get the little floater to go. Rebounded by Jones again. Going up for the second chance point. He's fouled hard. And he'll go to the line to shoot two.
Rocco, yes, Jones might have a lot of points for the Colts, but Corey Jones has got to take at least 30 shots so far this game. He has taken some bad shots that he cannot, just not predictable for a basketball player to take.
You know, Brandon, a type of player, you know, a caliber player like Corey Jones, you know, all county, all conference type of player, today has not been the best of shooting days for Corey Jones, and that's really impacted Calhoun's play so far. He makes the second one. Mepham's lead back down to 7. 3:18 left to go in the third quarter. Gilroy finds Fontanetta, a long three-pointer. Just short. And that ball will be off Calhoun. Mepham retains the ball. It looks like Fallon would like to take Coach Fallon would like to take a 30-second timeout to regroup with the Pirates.
Rocco, what do you think Coach Fallon is going to be telling his Pirates during this timeout?
Well, I feel like as the game goes on, they are forcing more shots than they need to, as you said, what Calhoun's doing. I feel like that would be their downfall if they were to lose the lead. But so far they've been playing well, Brendan. These past few games they haven't been playing at this type of level, and that's really been hindering them. But coming out this game and playing like this will be a big momentum booster for the next 3 games to come. Graham with that nice 3-point stroke right there. Can't get much smoother than that. Lichman taking out of bounds. That's Kieran Gilroy. Fontanetta finds Greg Paul. And a jump ball that will stay with Mepham.
A little bit of a tussle there for the ball.
Richmond again taking it out. Ooh, and a hustle play by Corey Jones, but rammed his skull right into Gilroy's stomach. Brian, that was a hard foul right there.
Yep.
You know,
Tough foul from Jones on Gilroy. Jones really going for the ball, but ended up getting Gilroy on the foul.
Gilroy with the spot up 2. Another air ball. Corey Lichman with a nice hustle play right there, but right into Greg Paul's face. Calhoun takes over possession. Jones trying to reset the offense, slowing it down so he can get a good shot off. Edwards on the right wing. Jones for 3. That 3-pointer won't fall. Rebounded by Fontanetta. Greg Paul drives. Wide open Corey Lichman in the corner. That won't fall. Rebounded by Fontanetta. Tosses it back out to Richard Vaccaro. Nice offensive rebound by Fontanetta. Lichman's 2-pointer won't fall.
Those are 2 missed shots there from Lichman, but I've got to say there's pretty good looks there. Good move from Casamano as he can't get it to fall, but gets the foul.
Right, we've seen a lot of hard fouls this game. And it mainly has to do with so much competitiveness, so much between the 2 teams. Casamano makes the first one. Take a look at the replay. Never mind. Junior Greg Paul checking in.
Checking out.
Checking out.
Zach
D'Ambro checking in. Rebounded by Vaccaro. Vaccaro bringing up the court. Gets double teamed. Kieran Gilroy drives. Nice two-pointer. And Jack Fontanetta with the hustle player with the putback. Mepham's lead back up to 8. Virginia has 8 points in the game.
There's Corey Jones looking to get something started for the Colts.
Graham drives, double teamed. Nice block by D'Ambra. Patrick Fallon of Mepham's head coach, irate right now. Zach D'Ambra in confusion. He thought he went straight up.
That is a bad call, I believe, there too, Rocco. D'Ambra, for both those shots, stood there with his hands up. Really couldn't do anything about it.
It was a tough call, Brandon. Could have gone either way. Graham misses the first one. Right there, Brandon. His hands straight up. Zach D'Ambra didn't even lift his feet off the ground. I have to go with you there. Should not have been called
bad
foul.
call.
Gilroy, take up the court. Fontanetta calling for the ball. Was wide open earlier, but couldn't get it from Gilroy. Richmond with the left hand. Couldn't get it to go. Rebounded by Owen Rose. Gives it to Corey Jones. Jones on a 1-on-2.
That one I do believe, Rocco, was a foul on Chris Smith.
38-31 Mepham. 1:09 left in the third quarter.
Corey Jones with 9 points. Make that 10. As we get a replay of that foul by Chris Smith.
That was a hard foul right there, Brandon. Back to the floor on hardwood. That's going to leave a mark. Gilroy taking it up. We've hit the minute mark in the third quarter. Vaccaro wide open for 3. In and out. Fontanetta frustrated with himself. Could have had that offensive rebound, but lets it go out of bounds. Calhoun takes possession. 5-point game here in the third quarter. Corey Jones with the and one. Crowd goes wild on that one. Pushes off Gilroy. He wanted to push. Nice little step back. Gilroy wanted to get it in. And if you take a look at the replay, pushes him off.
Oh yeah.
And gets that call. That was a beautiful play right there by Corey Jones.
Definitely a foul there by Gilroy. Looks like it's going to be his third. Looking to make this back to a one possession game.
Jones makes the free throw, 2-point game. Calhoun storming back in the third quarter. They're down by 2. Just under 40 seconds to go. Gilroy for 3 and gets the bank. That 3-pointer brings back the Pirates lead to 5.
Gilroy's got his game face on right now.
Right, this has been an intense game so far between the crosstown rivals. Casamao drives to the rack. Rebounded by Edwards. Again, Edwards. And he gets the offensive rebound bucket to go. 3-point game. 3 seconds to go. Gilroy looking for the 3. Oh, makes it! Off the bunker.
drive the coach crazy. I just got 3 tries for that one to go.
Look at the replay.
This is Gilroy's 3 that got banked in. There's the bank from Gilroy.
I think it might have been was it a 2?
No, that one was the one that was called a 3. It was that buzzer beater right there that was called a 2.
He may have gotten his foot on the line on that one.
There's a look at the Pirates bench as Coach Fallon's giving these guys a great pep talk. Now get them ready for the 4th quarter of play.
And now you can take a look at.
This is the one that I was talking about before that must drive Coach Fallon crazy. I think 3 tries there to get that one to go by Jake Edwards. Rocco, I'm going to say it here, but this is going to be a really intense game with the crowd getting into it in the last quarter of play.
You're right, Brandon. Just a 5-point game between Mepham and Calhoun. Corey Jones, lighting it up the 3rd quarter. He had an abysmal first half, but he's finding his way. Calhoun looks to take it up to start the 4th quarter. Mepham 43, Calhoun 38. And just before we get to it, it's from last quarter. Corey Jones gives to Malik Graham. Back to Corey Jones. Malik Graham. Top Casamano on the wing. Mepham playing zone. Jones for 3. And that gets that one to fall. It's a 2-point game.
Big 3 there from Jones. That's Fontanetta.
Nice little pump fake by Fontanetta. Looks like it will be not in the act of shooting. Mepham still obtains possession. Gilroy for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Graham.
It is a 1-possession game here between the Colts and the Pirates.
Corey Jones for 3. Rebounded by Greg Paul. That one doesn't fall. Paul. Gilroy. Fontanetta open for 3. And that long 3-pointer is good. The junior has 11 on the game. 46-41 Mepham.
Big possession here from the Colts.
Edwards up top. Jones guarded by Fontanetta. Owen Rose. Jones. Good ball movement by Calhoun. And miscommunication right there. Tom Casamano walking away from Malik Graham's pass. Pirates
up 5.
obtain possession. Fontanetta open for 3. In and out. That could have been devastating blow to Calhoun right there. Fontanetta made that open 3.
That one was really close, Rocco, going in and out of the basket.
Gilroy open for 3. In and out. Rebounded by Edwards. Up the court is Casamano. Open down low is Owen Rose. Corey Jones for 3. Can't get that one to fall. A cutting Edwards to the bucket.
And a foul by Gilroy, which means it is his 4th foul of the game.
Brent, I have to disagree with the ref right there. I didn't really see a foul right there. All I saw was Gilroy's hand on the ball. Edwards misses the first free throw attempt. Has 2 points on the game. Doesn't look at it right there. Hard foul. Yeah, I think he may have gotten it on the wrist right there.
Too.
Edwards in and out. Rebounded by Lichman. 6:19 left in the 4th quarter. Gilroy driving. He finds Paul wide open. They get it. Rebounded by Fontanetta. Good heads up play. Can't get that on the fall. Rebounded again by Fontanetta. Gives it back out to Greg Paul. Greg Paul taken away by Corey Jones. A 1-on-1. Fontanetta deciding not to foul there. 3-point game. Kreitzberger calling for a timeout. Fontanetta. I'm saying Fallon, Coach Fallon, upset right now that Kreisberger was able to call a
And I do
timeout.
believe I would be upset if I was Coach Fallon too. Yes, Kreisberger was calling a timeout before the ball was inbounded, but the ref didn't hear him. The inbound was played, and he did not blow the whistle after the ball has been played.
Look at that. Corey Jones finally finding his rhythm right now. Brendan, just a 3-point game between these crosstown rivals in the fourth quarter. Tempers have to be flying right now.
Between both coaches, especially. And here's a replay of Fontanetta's 3.
The junior has 11 on the game. He's had a little bit. He also has had a little bit of a 3-game skid with his scoring, but back on track this game in double digits in the fourth quarter.
It's going to be a tough one to the finish here at Calhoun High School. And here's a replay of Jones' last layup to get the game to within 1 possession.
Coming out of the timeout, Gilroy taking out of bounds for Mepham, looking to get it going with 5:56 left in the fourth quarter.
It's freshman Richie Vaquero looking to lead the Pirates on this offensive possession.
Fontanetta trying to jump past it, turnover on Pirates. For Jones on the right wing, can't give him too much room. Greg Paul, smart decision, goes up, guards him tightly. Calhoun, nothing playing. So defense. Owen Rose up top. Guarded by Greg Paul. Edwards gives it to Corey Jones. A little bit of a screen. Jones for 3. Take it down on the floor. Rebounded by Calhoun by Mike Graham. Can't get out full. Nicky Vaquero with the defensive rebound. Vaquero with the pull-up 2. Take it out on the full. Casamano picking it up the court. Edwards. Take out on the full.
Rocco, to win a basketball game, that shot's got to fall. He's got no one around him.
You're right, Brandon. Jack Fontanetta pushing it up the court. The cutting Greg Paul. On the low post, take it down on the fall. Calhoun pulling up the court. Owen Rose open down low. Step by Greg Paul. Gilroy moving up the court. 1-on-1. That looks to be an off defensive foul. And then on Calhoun. Man, Brandon, a back and forth action.
Looks like Corey Lipton's going to be checking back into the game.
Brandon, what a game it's been so far. A little bit of a slow start, off to a slow start in the first half, but it's really picked up the pace. Ooh, that was a hard foul by Edwards on Gilroy. Gilroy. And he makes the second free throw attempt and brings Mempham's lead back up to 5. 4:24 left in the fourth quarter. Mepham clinging to a 5-point lead. Corey Jones with the ball. Pull up 2. In and out. Rebounded by Corey Jones again. A second chance point to go. The senior putting the team on his back in the second quarter. Doing everything he can to keep the game close. Paul drives. Nice up and under move to take up the ball to Foe. Gives up court to Mike Graham. Graham goes all the way, misses the layup. But Calhoun still with the ball.
That's a good ball there from Corey Jones to get it to Malik Graham on a wide open layup.
Coach Schreitzberger looking to talk it over with his team.
Rocker, how do you feel Corey Jones has done in the second half?
Well, Brandon, Corey Jones has definitely picked up the pace in the second half. His rhythm has been spot on. You know, just a few misses here and there. But he's been, in the second half, you could say that he's really put the team on his back. Doing everything he can down low, following his shot, getting second chance for it. I mean, he already has 21 points in the game, and he might be shooting at a low shooting percentage. But look at that, just finds his way to the basket, finds ways to put his team in a good position to get the lead.
I feel like Corey Jones, maybe not his best day on the offensive standpoint, but he's having a very good defensive day.
Coming out of timeout, Mepham and Calhoun and ready to get back into action. 3:52 left in the fourth quarter. Corey Jones takes it out. Left rim. Jones on the sideline. A cut, finds a cutting Jake Edwards, but back out comes Corey Jones. Left rim for three. Can't get the full. Rebounded by Corey Lichtman. Gilroy finds a cutting. He found a cutting Richie Vaccaro. And blocked. That was a nice block right there by Calhoun.
Crowd really going into it after that block.
Pull in the post. Finds Richie Vaccaro. Thought about the three. And that's blocked by Owen Rose. The crowd liked that one as they got into it. Edwards. Opening. Corey Jones.
That is a bad shot there from Jones. Yes, he got 50 got fouled, but he had three guys on him. There was no need to chuck up that three.
Turnover by Mepham. Owen Rose with the steal.
Rocker, I really think that kind of ball goes out. I think the Pirates call a timeout each week.
Another turnover, taken away by Richie Vaccaro. Behind the back pass.
Oh, yeah.
Two.
Exactly what you
Good
said, Rocco. Great play, half of the play, but right when the ball went out, Smart and foul to take the timeout.
Brandon, that is the type of play needed by these senior leaders on Mepham. The behind the back pass.
Coming from a freshman.
From a freshman to Kieran Gilroy. And the right, using the right hand. Going up with the left. I mean, you just take a look at the replay. Kieran Gilroy. Oh, no. That was a block by Jake Edwards. Good athletics stance right there from Jake Edwards. Allowing the block with Carroll. Brandon, just almost 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And before we get into that, take a look at the replay. A little bit of a back and forth action, but Carroll on the steal had a 1-on-2 with Gilroy and himself. Behind the back pass, Kieran Gilroy. That's some great type of play.
5-point game with 2:30 left in this game.
Taking out of bounds. Hustle. Casamano, a 2-on-1. A nice little layup by Owen Rose. Cuts Mepham's lead to 3. Open is Greg Paul down low. They don't want to chance it there, so he brings it back up top. Smart move by Paul. There's a cutting Kieran Gilroy. He drives to the basket. Little shimmy 2. And the put back 2 by Richie Vaccaro. Brings the lead back up to 5. Vaccaro stumbles.
Looks like he tripped over Malik Graham.
Open was Owen Rose, tipped out by
That's a travel
Graham.
there. I don't know. I definitely saw a travel there.
It looks like Kreutzberger wants another timeout. But when it comes down to it, if we're just gonna put up some circumstances and obviously a very tight game, but look at the crowd here, Brandon. You can tell how big the crowd is when it's a premier game like this. Crosstown rivals, Mepham Calhoun, so much history.
Nice put back there from Vaquero. Getting into the lane after he saw Gilroy's shot was not gonna fall.
Brendan, if when it comes down to the last shot of the game, who do you think for Calhoun? Who do you think would be the player that Kreutzberger will want the ball in
I feel like you gotta give it to Jones, even though he's not really having his best day shooting wise. You still gotta give it to him. He's definitely the best player.
And what about from Mepham?
Probably Kieran.
Kieran Gilroy?
Yeah.
What about Fontanetta?
I was thinking that, but I feel like he's not really the best, contested three-point shooter. I feel like I'd go with Kieran on that one, but if it was going to be a wide open three, then yeah, you would give it to Fontanetta.
And what Mepham really has an advantage is that they have so many playmakers that it doesn't matter if it's a 3 or 2. Whoever is on the floor can make a shot.
Definitely do believe that anybody on this Pirates team can knock down a 3 right now. Okay, the Pirates got their starters out there. So does the Calhoun Colts.
Jones taking it out just under 2 minutes here at Calhoun High School. I'm up by 5. Edwards. Back to Edwards. Corey Jones being double teamed. Graham. Oh, what a nice move by Graham, and he takes it back. Up for the 2. 1:20 left to go. The Carroll puts up the court. 3-point game. Richmond wide open for 3.
Air ball.
Rebounded by D'Ambra.
And one.
Counted and a foul. D'Ambra got the offensive rebound, puts it back up with the 2. That's a 5-point game right now with 1:10 left.
Absolutely humongous from the Pirates. That's a huge factor so far in this game. That might even be D'Ambra's first points of the game, even if it is the biggest points of the game so far.
All right, Brandon, look at the Pirate bench definitely like that one. But he misses the free throw, so still a 5-point game for Mepham and Calhoun. Under a minute to go. Corey Jones, the left hand. And he'll go to the line to make it a 3-point play. Coming in, Jack Fontanetta. Coming out, Corey Lichman, as he said, Brandon, before. Found. Really would like a 3-point specialist out on the floor as time dwindles down. Jones makes the free throw attempt. There's a 2-point game. Gilroy finds Fontanetta out on the court.
That's a great play there from Gilroy, getting past 3 Calhoun defenders.
Brandon, I would get it to Fontanetta. He's wide open in the corner. But finds Vaquero. 43 seconds left to go. Crowd on its feet.
2-point game. This is going to be a wild ending. Casamano.
And he gets the three-pointer. Jones with the huge three-pointer.
The shot clock is off. Ball goes out. Rocker, let's talk about it. Shot clock off. Down 1. Pirates obviously, smart to call a timeout. Do you hold the ball for a last shot, or do you try to score quick and then put the ball back in the Colts' hands?
I don't know, Brandon. Before we get into that, let's talk about what Corey Jones does today. He finds Casamano wide open for 3 in the corner. Just under a few seconds, 30 seconds to go. If you take a look at the replay, Corey Jones drives it, and he gives it just to Casamano, and the smooth stroke was allowed.
Look at the fans, Rocco. They're going absolutely crazy after that.
But that was smart basketball IQ from Corey Jones. You drive into the paint, you draw the defense in, Casamano wide open on the wing. Gives it back out to Casamano for the 3. That was a beautiful play right there. So Brandon, just under 20 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. This is where, you know, the circumstances come in. Who do you want taking that shot from Mepham? You don't need a 3. You just need to get off a shot, a 2-pointer.
Going back to what I said before and what you just said, I feel like the Pirates, if they get the ball in, they get a high-quality shot to just put it up, get the lead, and give Calhoun the chip to go get the ball back and win the game.
You're right, Brandon. Don't need a 3. They just need a 2 from Mepham. But Brandon, what a game it's been so far. I mean, we knew it was going to be a close one coming in, but as the time is dwindling down.
There's
coming
Richie.
down. Richie Vaccaro. This is Fontanetta. Fontanetta! Got it! 2-pointer to go! Fontanetta with a clutch basket right there. 56-55. Corey Jones with the ball. Kreisberger not calling a timeout.
He loses it. Picked up by Graham. It's Giller on the floor. There he goes. And the foul is called with 8 seconds. And it's an offensive foul. It is an offensive foul.
Brandon, I cannot believe my eyes. Of all the games we've done here at BMB, this has to be the most exciting and one of the most entertaining we've done so far.
Rocco, this is absolutely nuts.
This is a madhouse right now, Brandon. Words cannot describe what is going on right now. It's
8
absolute
seconds
chaos.
left. It's going to be the Pirates' ball. Obviously, the Colts are going to foul.
Calhoun, Coach Kreisberger, obviously irate that was an offensive foul.
Let's get a replay first of Fontanetta's basket. Clutch basket from Fontanetta.
Now, Brandon, it's not a surprise. This kid can do it. He's been balling out all season. The 3-game skid was a little bit of concern, but right now he has 13 points in the game. This has been a tight game, but Fontanetta right there, making it look so easy. Gets the pump fake, drives into the center lane, and just with a nice little floater gets it to go. This has been one of the biggest games Fontanetta so far.
Mostly everybody on their feet here. Nuts ending.
Why would I leave? I don't know. He was getting ready to go. I'm just getting my bag. There's 8 seconds left.
Brandon, it's going to be obvious that Kreisberger is going to foul to try and force to go to the line, because both teams are in the bonus. So even if it's a foul, they go straight to the line. And Kreisberger's hoping that they miss one, they get the ball. It's only a 1-point game. So, you know, a Hail Mary at the end of time. At the end of time.
Starting now, the Pirates just need to focus on getting this ball into play. They cannot cause a turnover. And there's a foul called on number 12, Zach Solomon, before the ball is inbounded. It's going to be a 1-and-1 coming for Fontanetta.
Brandon Fontanetta, the junior, going to the line. This is going to be some big free throws here from Mepham. But as we said, this could possibly be the best situation for Calhoun right now. No matter how many Coach Kreisberger wants a timeout. So, but Brandon, if you foul right away, you have more seconds on the clock to work with. Right now, that's 7.
Rocco, I do believe this also is the best situation for the Pirates. I completely back Jack Fontanetta at the line.
So Brandon, huge free throws coming up for Mepham, but I'm really intrigued of what Coach Kreisberger wants to do, if he makes both or one or none at all at the line. Brandon, no matter what, they make Fontanetta makes 1, 2, and none at all. Who do you think Kreisberger wants the ball in the hands of with 7 seconds left?
We've got to give it to Corey Jones.
No
matter what.
Brandon, I know he has over 20 points this game, but he's been hot and cold this game. Do you really, would Kreisberger really want the ball in Corey Jones' hands?
You got to give it to him, no matter what.
Oh, you put it that way? I do that one.
Fontanetta, first of all, before getting into that, you just got to make these shots.
Fontanetta makes both of these shots. They'll put Mepham in a good place.
7.5 seconds left. Still plenty of time to get down the court. First one can't get the ball. The ball's
the first ball. Rebounded by Calhoun. Casamano takes it up the floor. And he Calhoun.
Oh my goodness. He calls a travel with 0.8 seconds left. And Rocco, I'm sorry to say it, but this game is over. The Pirates are going to walk out of this one with the win.
Brandon, Coach Kreisberger's irate right now that has been a travel. Brandon, it wasn't the game that hurt themselves. It was themselves who hurt themselves. Mepham comes away with the win here at Calhoun. Brandon, come at the court. Calhoun could have had a chance to win the game. But a travel late plays Calhoun. Mepham comes away with the victory.
We want to be shaking while we're here. Wait a minute.
Brandon went into the game here at Calhoun. Mepham at Calhoun 55. Fontanetta, last second shot, little floater, gets it in. He goes to the line, doesn't make it. Rebounded by Casamano, takes it to full.
Can we start breaking down?
And that was the play of events that played Calhoun. But that is all here from Calhoun. And now it's sounded back up to Tom and Casey for the post-game show. Tom, Casey?
Welcome back to the post-game show of BMB. I'm Tom Morrow here with Casey Farr. As we just saw here on live coverage, Mepham beating the Calhoun Colts on a crosstown rival match. A very close game. What would you say, Casey?
Well, like we said at halftime, it was 30-18 at that point. A lot of scoring coming after that. If you think about it, Calhoun had not a lot of points in the first quarter. Well, the first half, obviously. Exploded in the second half with their scoring.
Absolutely.
Corey Jones with 22 in the second half. I mean, that's just, he was unguardable.
Yeah. As you heard Rocco down on the floor say that he was cold at one point, then warmed up for the second half. 22 points, like you said, in the second half is absolutely great. Here's footage of Corey Jones just driving on the left-hand side, going for an N1 there. That's just 3 points right there for himself. And for Mepham, Richie Vaquero down there with 13 points. Not the best game. He has had better games, but a good game facing off in a crosstown rival matchup.
Yeah, he had a great first half in terms of scoring, 11 points there. Didn't have a lot of scoring in the second half, but he was great passing the ball and creating opportunities for his teammates.
Absolutely. And like we stated at the halftime show, Calhoun did actually spice up their defense, letting Mepham not score as much points as possible. They did spice up their defense and go ahead and score more baskets, so that really helped him out. Came down to the last couple of seconds. Fontanetta was a big factor too. But that's just about it. I'm Tom Morrow.
I'm Casey Farr.
And this has been the BMB post-game show. See you guys next time.